Hello, my friend, and how are you this fine evening?
I'm quite well.
Excellent! I do love to hear that you're in good spirits and feeling well.
And you?
I'm fine, I'm fine. Are you ready to be regaled with a story of the wonderful failings of imperial government? Because I've got a story for you tonight.
I do love hearing about failure.
Because I'm so damn good at it. Well, our story tonight, as we approach rapidly the ending of this module here, the expansion number 4 for Imperial Rome, we have spent, gosh, it seems like the last dozen or so scenarios talking about the 3rd century AD, which goes by many names, but the name we use most often to describe this period is the time of crisis. This is this period of Roman history when everybody's got their hand out and everybody wants to be an emperor, and most everybody does get to be emperor for at least a day. By the end of the 3rd century, around about the 280s, we finally have the ascent of Emperor Diocletian, and he decided that he was okay with splitting the rule. The empire's a big, big place. So he and another emperor, a co-emperor by the name of Maximinus, split their duties. And they called this the diarchy, right? That's like monarchy is, rulership, die meaning two. And everything went swimmingly. It went so well that in 283 he said, let's take it even further. And they started to codify breaking the empire into 4 pieces. Now, I say break, but it's really just management of 4 different quadrants of the empire. Each one of them would be ruled by the 2 co-emperors. Use the terms that you had brought to our attention a long, long time ago. Those were the actual emperors were called the Augusti, the 2 current reigning emperors. And then the other 2 are the Caesares, and they were sort of the on-the-job training. This is people that will eventually succeed to become emperor, but right now they're just kind of learning in the background, but they still get leadership roles. Each one of them got a piece of the empire. So the 4 pieces really were the Oriens, which is the eastern part, and it had its capital way over in Asia Minor, in the city of Nicomedia, and that was basically everything from the Black Sea and Asia Minor, modern Turkey, all the way down to Egypt. And then we had the area of Pannonia and the Balkans that we're quite familiar with. All of those frontier areas in Romania and Bulgaria, modern day, that was led out of the city of Sirmium, which is kind of in modern day Serbia now. And then we had near Italy, but not in Italy proper, in the northern part, in the Po Valley, we had Mediolanum, which we've had a battle there before. It's kind of near modern day Milan, and that person would sit, he was the Western Emperor, and that was by far the largest. That was everything, it was actually literally called Italia et Africa. So it had Africa, Spain, and Italy, all of the areas of the Italian peninsula. And then finally we had the area of Trevirorum, which is basically all of that Western Europe stuff, Britannia, um, uh, all of the Gallic lands, and the southern Gallic lands. And those 4 cities would act as sort of the regional capitals. Now, these are administrative capitals, but at the same time, they're also the large central army posts so that they could keep order and fight off all of the invaders and barbarians that we've seen for the last 100 years or so. For about 20 years, everything was great until it wasn't. So,
Until it wasn't.
of course, right?
What could
Diocletian,
possibly go wrong?
who knows? Men, right? Diocletian and his co-ruler Maximinus, they had their 2 Caesares that were appointed. Again, everything was fine until around 305. Both getting long in the tooth, Maximinus and Diocletian say, we're done. It's time to retire. They actually want to retire without being assassinated or killed by the military. So they do. And
Wow.
yeah, right. And so they decide to let their 2 Caesares advance. And for a year or two, things were okay. Severus lost out to Constantius. He basically said, forced him to commit suicide. They're not really sure exactly what happened. But Constantius then became the Augusti. So now we're starting to get a little bit of ripples of problems, some fractures in this perfect little system. And then it gets to a point where these rulers start getting their children involved. Constantius dies, and his son, who is one of our principals tonight, Constantine, he's got a large military force, and that large military force does what we've seen time and time again. They say, we promote you as Augustus. You are now our emperor. Maximinus's son, who is going to be our other principal of this, Maxentius, well, he did not take kindly to that. He also had his own force, and so now the children are getting involved, and they're squabbling over what they feel is their right to the natural rulership. No matter how they set this thing up politically, it fell apart because they wanted to be a familial succession, as we've seen before. And so now we've got a big mess. For the next few years, from about 305 until tonight's battle in 312, we have forces attacking each other, and it is a small civil war all over the empire. Everybody's squabbling. So that brings us then to the Battle of Milvian Bridge. Ooh, a cookie has arrived. Hooray! This has just been handed to me.
This just in. Delicious chocolate chips, flour, and sugar. Make a great cookie.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to forego all of the other various and sundry folks who said, I'm emperor, no, I'm emperor, no. And we're going to just focus on our two principles tonight. And essentially what had happened was Maxentius, in all of this, I failed to mention that Rome itself as a city is no longer the seat of the empire. It is still the heart of the empire, but the Senate has, nothing to do with the ruling of the imperial lands. That is still part of the Tetrarchy. However, what does everybody do? They still want to march on Rome, and that's exactly what happened here. Constantine raises his force, and he starts to march towards Rome. Maxentius, on the other hand, meets him out away in Italia proper, but gets defeated, and then falls back with his army into Rome. And this is when Constantine approaches. Strategically, he assumed that Maxentius was going to just get behind those walls that we talked about and defend, and they would have to go to siege for the city of Rome. But that's not what happens here. Maxentius actually decides to have an advanced defense about 10 miles outside the city along the Tiber River, which we see here. The actual named Milvian Bridge here across the Tiber, and they meet on the plain of battle out there outside the city walls. They go to it, right? There's just no two ways about it. Now, what's interesting from a cultural significance of this story is this is sort of the birth of Christianity in the Roman Empire, because it is said from various sources that Constantine and some of his generals all had a vision or a dream of Christ, and they were told that they would succeed in battle if they put the sign either of the Chi Rho, being the first couple of Greek letters in Christ, or the cross as symbols on their helmets. And if they did that, they would be guaranteed victory in battle. So they did that, and lo and behold, they had God on their side. So in this, we've got so many pieces in play tonight, but you can see the ultimate failing of this is Maxentius is on defending up against a river, and he has very little retreat capability, and that's exactly what happened here. Constantine just forced them directly back. They routed them, and they had nowhere to go. They couldn't get across the river in a timely way. In fact, Maxentius, trying to cross the river, will fall off the bridge and die in the river. Everybody else will be driven to pieces, and Constantine will actually enter the city and assume control, however briefly, of the Roman Empire. This will also be because of his belief that this sign was indicative of his victory. that this will begin the birth of Christianity taking over in the Roman Empire for the last couple of centuries. So that is our big story tonight. It's huge, and you're going to tell us why, but this is probably the biggest thing that we have seen thus far with only one scenario left to go. So tell us all about our battle tonight.
Well, you are correct. This is huge. We are playing to 9 banners tonight.
9 times, Mrs. Bueller.
You mentioned the river, and the river hexes in this battle are impassable. And in fact, if Max's army is forced to retreat into the river or off the battlefield across the bridge or any of these bottom hexes, the entire unit is destroyed. So no more attrition of blocks when you're forced to retreat towards the board edge. The whole unit is gone.
The whole unit. Oh my gosh.
The Imperial Legion rule is in effect for both armies. Constantine will move first. He'll have 6 command cards. Max will be second with 5 command cards. And that's our scenario for the night.
That cookie is good, but I'm choking on it.
You need a glass of milk.
I should have had milk, but I had water. We have a lot going on tonight. Clearly, 9 banners, the likes of which I don't think we've seen maybe once before. But I have seen the results on Commands and Colors. We will talk about that later. But just initially, the couple things that stand out to me are the fact that Constantine has 2 leaders, and Maxentius has 1 leader. That's going to be an issue, I think, a bit. So anytime we see a lack of leadership on any one side, they tend to pay heavily for that. But I will draw up my 6 cards tonight. All right, I have 6.
And I have 5.
I see that now. Okay. Well then, I will take my leave, and I will wish you good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to you as well.
Let us see. Let's activate our heavies. Just come right out swinging. Do those 4. Okay, we got our first taste of battle here. This heavy cavalry will go after this light cavalry. Try to push them around a little bit. But
They will evade.
They choose to withdraw. So I will give you 4 dice looking for some green circles only. And I get nothing for my troubles. Away they go. All right. Over to you.
2 in the center.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Do 2 on the left. And I will send these barbarians screaming into the line. Let's see here. This one will go after your medium cavalry.
It shall evade.
Okay. So we will get 4 dice looking for triangles. Ooh. And then this one will go after the lights here. 4 dice looking for circles this time. No circles. That is all.
3 in the center. These lights will throw a spear at those warriors. They can ignore that.
They could ignore it, but we'll take it.
Hmm.
We'll do 2 on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. We'll start with this here.
Gotta take this on the chin.
So 4 dice plus leader bonus on this one. Oh! They will advance. And they'll go after this light cavalry. So 4 dice again. 1 hit.
2 dice back. Ooh. A bloody snout.
You scratched me. Alright, and then Constantine against your mediums here. They will flee. So 4 dice. Triangles only. Getting 2. Right.
Inspire leadership on my right flank, which I have none. So I will just move 1 unit. Be this one. He will go after those warriors.
Okay.
4 dice. Here I go.
Go ahead. Ooh!
Ooh!
Wow. Alright, so hits. I get to ignore 1, but I've got to take the other 2. So that is 4 total hexes. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Well. Okay.
Care to make it interesting?
Ooh. That would really kind of put me out there, wouldn't it? I advance +1. I go after your auxilia.
Boo! Not my seasoned veterans.
But now you've got me in charge range of your warriors and your mounted mediums. I'm sure you've baited a trap for me, so all right, but I'll fall for it. Going after that auxilia with 4 dice.
Stand firm! No. 3 hits.
3 hits.
Give you 3 back. Nothing. Hold. Hold. You do know your opponent very well, don't you, sir?
A mounted charge.
A mounted charge.
All right.
So 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. All right. Let's start over here. So we're going to get a +1 on this. So 4 dice on your heavy cav. Here goes. That is some damn fine horsemanship. They will not advance. Okay, over here. Just work our way down. So we got 5 dice on this one, plus leader. advance. Go after these guys here on the wing. Also 5 dice plus leader. Sending them away. Right. Medium cav up here. We'll go after your medium cav. Now with 4 dice plus leader.
Brutal.
Go after the ones that can't run. So this will be 4 dice plus leader on this one. Hit and a retreat. Right, and Constantine. Go after them. This will be 5 dice plus leader. Boof! Flag City.
Good job, General Flag.
Let's try this. One last one. 5 dice plus leader. And there you go. Alright. We got one more to go. Alright. That is all for that. Yeah, that's the way you do it. Give me blood this day.
Okay, going into the heavy cavalry with 2 dice. Nothing.
And 4 dice back with leader. There you go. Yeah. All right.
Wow. And if someone needed to pad their win record, 9-0 would certainly do the trick.
That would certainly be a very optimal night if I didn't have to face you doing the same exact thing with the same exact card here momentarily. So, yeah, this one was pretty brutal. No two ways about it.
Yeah, that retreat thing there, that's a killer.
Especially when you get into the soft underbelly. Yeah.
And I didn't have any cards. All my cards were in the center. And I had another move 2, so I was going to move these 2 up, but then that means you'd get to move and attack first. So,
And that's exactly why I didn't either. I had a line command. I was going to bring them down, but then, well, just like you, that would allow you to come in and attack me first. So we are learning things here, people.
yeah, and I had this, but you kept wiping the units out, so I never even got a chance to use it.
Yeah. I was waiting for the ambush card to pop up, just on some juicy target. But cool. Well, then let's take a 5-minute break, and I'll get a simple water, and we'll start again. All right, we're back. Let's see how you fare here with 6 command cards and a very potent cavalry, as it turns out.
I don't know if I'll be as good as you were.
Okay, got 6. I'm grabbing 5. And I have my 5.
All right, well, good luck. Because in this scenario, you need it.
I'm sure I will. Thank you.
I'll activate 4 on the right. These 4. Medium cavalry going after the light cavalry.
We shall evade.
3 dice. Well evaded. Heavy is going after the mediums.
Also evading.
4 dice.
Got a hit.
Not quite unscathed.
I think I will open with a mounted charge.
Wow. How bold.
Indeed.
Let's see if it pays off.
5. Let's do these 5. Okay. Let's start over here. Against your auxilia with 4 dice. Getting a hit.
Okay. I'll ignore the flag and retaliate with 3 dice. Sending you packing.
Okay. Over here, we'll start with the medium cavalry. That's our target. This will be 4 dice.
5 dice.
Oh, 5 dice. Yes. So one more. Well, that'll do. Because you got to take one of the retreats. So, thank you.
You've won.
I have. I've won the night. All right. Heavy cav will come in and go after this one. So 5 dice once again. Wow. Dice are on fire tonight.
Retrospect, you should have gone after Constantine with that roll.
Yeah, I know. They will, let's see, they can advance but not move one more. So, I think I'll stay there. Let you do what you're going to do. These guys can throw a spear. Constantine, so 1 die. Nothing. And the light cav, prudently, will not engage.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. That is all.
Well. Gonna play this now.
Sure.
That's those units there. Go after that light cavalry.
I'll definitely evade that.
6 dice. 1 for your trouble.
This is gonna be ugly.
Almost like I planned it.
Almost, indeed.
Almost. 6 dice here.
Ah, yes.
Moving. +1. 1 after the mediums.
They will evade.
Okay. 4 dice now.
Ooh, takes them out.
All right.
Do a line command.
That's quite the line you've got to command.
Well, I have to get away from this river.
Yeah, that's a great card to have, actually.
Yep. Alright, so I think everybody here is going to take a step that way. And they're going to go there. Alright, so we have some spears that can be thrown. Start here. Do 1 die at Constantine. It's there if you want it.
What's the retreat? 2?
Yeah, that seemed very prudent. Everybody else is good.
counterattack. Take a line command of my own. Those units. Okay, so let's do some firing on this side. Auxilia. Throw a spear at that light cav. Slingers will let loose with some stone. Right, over here. With a spear. Spear to there. Arrow. Arrow. And the last bowman can't fire because they are adjacent to the light cavalry, but they will attack in melee. They're
Look at
feeling
this!
quite bold.
Who are these people?
Emboldened by the presence of Constantine at their back, they will attack.
They will evade.
2 dice. Ho-ho! And they strike home. All right.
We'll do an outflanked. First, we'll go after the Auxilia here.
Okay.
We have 3 dice on them. We strike true and send them away.
Cards are in the way.
Alright. So we will advance and we will attack them again with 3 dice. Wiping them out. The heavies here go against your warriors with 4 dice. See if we can't soften them a bit. 1 hit.
4 dice back. A hit and a retreat.
And on this side, we will throw some spears. Throw 1 there. Retreat if you wish. Very nice. And 1 die here. A hit.
We're just on fire tonight. 4 on the left. Medium cav going after your cavalry first with 3 dice. Hitting the flag.
Hit the flag. 3.
Slingers slinging away at your light cavalry with 2 dice. Boo, 'cause that's what I need now.
I know. Can't chase that target.
All right. Warriors going after that heavy cavalry. What would they like to do?
They will evade. I got 1.
Warriors going after those lights.
Give 2 back. Nothing. Well, you may have seen the symbol of Cairo, but I have heard the tales of Spartacus. So So, what do I get for my 5 dice? I get some mediums, I get a light, and a dealer's choice. Well then, let's do 1, 2... There we go. Alright, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. Move to there. Move to there. And we'll see what happens. Alright. Let's go with this one first. 4 dice with these auxilia. Getting nothing.
4 dice back. 2 hits and a retreat.
We will forego the retreat. Okay, well then. Guess we'll have to start with this now. 5 dice. Do I see an ambush card?
You do not.
Do not. Okay, 5 dice. 1 hit. Yikes.
4 dice back. Nothing.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, in a way, you have selected the target for us. So we'll go with this one. 4 dice. Here we go. 2 hits.
3 dice back now.
Got 1. Okay, and then up here. Guess we'll go after your light bow. They are withdrawing 5 dice. Green circles only. Nothing. Boo! Alright. Well, I am not very Spartacus-like, so I'm going to reshuffle the deck and draw my card.
Order my medium troops. Medium cav going after medium cav. 3.
Nowhere to run to, baby.
3 dice.
Oh, yes.
Advancing. Targeting again. What would they like to do?
They will evade.
3 dice. Warriors going after that heavy cav.
And they will evade.
3 dice. Can't hit the target. Warriors going after those lights with 3 dice.
Okay.
2 hits.
2 hits. I'll give you 2 right back. Nothing.
These mediums will throw a spear at that light. Throwing a spear here. And throwing a spear there.
Let's go with a line command. Those 9. Move him in there. Start over here. Throw a couple of spears at your light bowman. Getting a hit. Throw a spear from Maxentius to yours. 1 die. Getting a hit. Wow.
On fire. El Fuego.
El Fuego Grande. Those heavies will throw a spear. Same target. Nothing. These guys will throw a spear at... just to see if we can save some melee there. We'll throw it at your warriors. 1 die. Wipe them out. Throw from here. 1 die at your warriors. Nothing. Same target. Nothing. And same target. Another hit. And then finally...
I'm going to lose the unlosable scenario. That's sad.
The mediums will go after your lights there. What would they like to do?
They will evade.
Okay, so we got 4 dice. Green circles only. Well evaded. Right.
Double time.
Here it comes. Sometimes you just gotta punch it right up the gut.
All right.
Just take that football and go right up the center.
Here we go with some double timing. Going out of those mediums with 4 dice and leader support. Boo.
Nope. So we take 1 hit from the...
Boo.
Right, 4 dice back. 2 hits. And a retreat if you wish.
And we're stuck in. All right. Going after those heavies with 5 dice. There we go.
Ooh. Ouch.
Going after Maxentius with 5 dice. Quite.
3 hits. Give me a leader check. Our first of the night. Almost.
But is it
So
really?
Is it really, though? Yeah. So here's 5 back with leader. Oh. So 1 of those you have to take. So here's 2 dice for the leader. Okay.
They retreat 1.
Just 1, yeah.
And try and finish them off with 5 dice.
You do.
And leader check. He's fine.
Maxentius flees back to the Milvian bridge, this time ahead of traffic.
Right. He'll cross on his own, thank you very much.
That's right. We will do move, fire, move.
Move, fire, move.
5.
Uh,
Okay. Commence a pelting. So we'll go there. 2 dice. Flag. This one will go after their now exposed medium cav with 2 dice. Nothing. This one will go against your light there, or your, excuse me, your medium there. 2 dice. Nothing. Come on, boys. You could do it. You could do it. Give me a red square. No. Would you like to take the retreat? You would like to take the retreat. And then finally 2 dice against these guys. Nothing. Alright, so the second part, the move, go. One to there. One to there. One to there. 2 to there. All right.
Order the medium troops again. All right.
This is mopping up here.
Let's see. Going into that light cav with 4 dice. Nothing.
Give you 2 dice back. 1 hit. Stand, my brave hawkmen.
All right, going at that auxilia with 4 dice. Nothing.
Hit.
Now 1 hit. And a retreat. But you're
I will
supported.
stand. Yeah, I will stand and give you 3 back. 1 hit.
Going into those mediums with 4 dice.
This one's tough right here.
There we go. 2 hits.
Hit. And a retreat.
I must. Warriors, gosh, that auxilia with 3 dice. 1 hit.
2 back or 3 back. Come on, let's finish them. We do.
Medium cav up to the heavy cav with 3 dice. There we go.
There you go.
2 ways to Sunday. Ugh.
What would he like to do?
Oh, he's not going to do anything.
Okay.
You know, wait for your light cavalry to come up and loop around him.
You want to take a second and think about it?
I could do this, I can do that. That's going to be fun. All right, we'll do that. 3 dice on the mediums. All right, now you can butcher my poor horseman.
Fresh horse for dinner! Well, that does change things a bit. A bit.
A Pyrrhic victory at best. This is clearly your night, Patrick.
The problem is I've just got a whole lot of nothing left. It's almost out of the tank. So let's do a coordinated attack.
1 unit in each section. Okay. Can be done. Okay. Not what I was expecting. I would have thought you would have activated this light and the auxilia and blocked that medium cavalry in.
I thought about it, but I actually need this better. And you know what? I'm gonna move him instead to. I don't like that move here. Let's go. Just get him out of the way. Okay. So, up here, we're going to do this first. So, mediums against heavy, unnamed centurion, 4 dice. Like a boss. Okay, here's a leader check. He's fine. Over here. Go with that. What would they like to do?
They will stand.
Okay, so 3 dice. Getting a hit.
3 dice back.
Send them into the river. All right.
Two on the left. No. All right. We'll attack with stone first. 2 dice.
Stone.
No joy. Can the cavalry do the job with 3 dice?
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
Ooh. Oh, look at this. 1, 2, maybe.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Bad.
Well, advance and chase him down. There you go. There you go. And there you go.
All right.
Well done, sir.
My goodness. What a night.
What a night! And this was a heck of a battle. So final score then. First game, 9-0. I'll say that quietly. And then this one, 6-9. Peter's favor. So total is I take it. I get 6 blocks back tonight. 15-9. So +6 in my favor. And let's see, the Constantine's army was 18-6, so +12 Constantine. So yes, a definite victory for the Constantinians. What do we think? What are our opening thoughts on this one?
This is a rough one. You got so lucky with that line command card. I wish I had that. You just had the right combination of cards and some hot dice, and you just slaughtered me against that river.
Yeah, without a doubt.
This was a slog for me to try and eke this win out. So
well, you don't know how lucky I was. In fact, with the line command, because I started with 1, and then after the reshuffle from I Am Spartacus, I pulled the second one. So that was getting 2 line commands for Maxentius' side. That's just, you can get away from the river. That was my key goal, was just get them off the river, so I wasn't going to lose anything, and then just try to get in your face a little bit. Then they kind of fell apart. I broke the line here with this medium. I should have kept that cohesion so I could have continued moving the whole push broom up. But you got in there effectively with the warriors, and then once you got, I got very lucky because you could have gone on a tear when you packed that line there with the 2 warriors and the medium, and then just I was able to either evade at a critical moment, or you didn't get the
I whiffed.
follow-up attacks.
Yeah, I whiffed.
You totally whiffed, man. But yes, you did what you needed to do here. Just killing my heavies right here in the center. Just driving it right to it. Maxentius was completely removed from any effectiveness. So I didn't get a chance for the counterattack, which I was really hoping for. Because I had the medium so that I could bring the 2 mediums here. But you managed to kill one of them before I could use it. And this one, he got the helpfulness there of killing your heavy, but at the cost of probably his own life. So I like the scenario. There's a lot to it, but as we saw, it could go one of 2 different ways. It could either be the blowout from one end all the way to, we're at 1 hour and 10 minutes here, so the second game has gone 40 minutes. So that shows you how, when you play with cautiousness and waiting for the right cards to come up, of course, that second game is always going to be a little different, it would seem, for this one.
Yeah, it's just oof.
Yeah, I do not envy the Maxentius player. If you can hold it, I got very, very lucky with some of your dice rolls, and then of course mine were hitting on like all of those move fire moves. I was plinking, and I was getting stuff that I had no business getting. So getting a little onesie twosies was a morale booster. I will say that. But yeah, so we wrap this one up, and we move on then to number 24, which will be the very last scenario. and Peter will take the research on that one.
Sounds good.
Then we will send everybody home for another week. It's great to be back. We took a little time off between. I got the COVID and Peter had to travel for work and so slightly getting my voice back, but it's all coming together now. Next week, as we wrap up the scenario, we will announce the winners of our big July contest. So it is now past the time period for entries on that. So we will see who our big winners are, and we will announce what that will do, and we'll try to figure out how to coordinate all that. But if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Glad to have you here. And go back and watch all the curated playlists. You can watch these in order if you want to, from way back in history all the way to this is our farthest advanced in history. Moving on to the Spartans next. And you could take a moment to click the like and subscribe button. That tells us that you are enjoying the content. And I'm showing you our current monetary subscribers and supporters. Thank you very much to everyone who's kicked in a few shekels here and there, or a few denarii. We really appreciate it. It does go a long, long way. So, Peter, until next week, sir, good researching.
Why, thank you. I will do my best.
Oh, you always do far better than me. I make it up as I go.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Sure. All right. Well, you have a good one, and I'll see you all next week.
Good night.